Pranams and welcome to everybody. I just put a poster. I think you saw that image of Ramana. You saw the image? I'll put it once again. I just got it and I put it. So a certain lady was singing this devotional song. Now this is not just the Guru Bhakti. This is even Ishta Bhakti. There are many common phrases in this manner. Thou art my father. Thou art my mother. Thou art my relationships. Thou art my possessions. Dravinam tumeva. Must have heard that, right? Dravina is wealth. My wealth you are. Sri Bhagwan just remarked with a smile and said, yes, yes, thou art this and that and everything except I. Why not straight just say I am thou and finish it? I call that very practical and authentic spirituality. See, this is a direct path. यहाँ घुमा फिरा के बात नहीं होती है, सीधे मुद्दे पे आओ, straight to the point, and those who are ready to go straight to the point come to this path. जिसको घुमा फिरा के जाना है, they will keep on glorifying and running around, doing this, doing hundreds of tandav they will do. And so if you have done a lot of tandav in your previous janmas, you will be tired now. अब थक जाओगे. अब ये जन्म थकान भरी जिंदगी होगी. A tired life. Enough of dancing. Now you just want to get to the point. You want rest now. So those who want rest can understand these. This is all. These tattvas are there straight how to go to that point. Yesterday also in the webinar we spoke about. That is the zone of complete rest, Param Shanti and Satchidanand bliss. And because our state is that, our state is Mauna, our state is silence, our state is blankness, our state is nothingness. In that nothingness, there is Mahashanti. In that nothingness, there is blissfulness. But if we look at from the ego mind point of view, whenever you say nothingness has Shanti, you will not understand it. You will say nothing means death, dead, and everybody is scared of death. So all those who are scared of death will never understand this language. Because here, when we are talking, the direct path is the fear, is the death of ego. And only those who are ready to give up that identity, who's ready to drop this, because then only you can get into the direct path. Because that's the zone where you have understood the whole games and then you want to. So, like, it's like when we are bodily tired, when the ego is too tired in the world, it wants to commit suicide. That is an indication that the ego is tired, bruised and tired. But the ego feels I am the body. So it wants to give the death to the body. That's called suicide attempt. Because it feels strongly it is the body. I'm the body. So get rid of the body it feels. It doesn't know it is not the body. Maybe later only it will know. Hey, I'm not dead yet. And Ramana says, I think I had put one post today about it. There's a nice post about Ramana's perception of suicide. Here it is. Suicide must be committed on the mind, where the suffering is deposited and not on the body, which is insentient and feels nothing. Body doesn't feel anything. Body doesn't feel anything about death. Body doesn't know anything about death. Body is just an instrument. I illumine that instrument. I give illumination to the instrument. I am responsible for the I, the awareness, the consciousness. I enter into the body and the body looks to be alive. Body is insentient means Jada Chaitanya. It doesn't have consciousness of its own. Body cannot have a life of its own. It has to be given life. And who gives life? You. Your consciousness, you are conscious. So you make the body conscious when you enter the body. So that's why you say suicide means the death of mind. Till the mind is there, problems are there. See this gap, how deep gap it is. So easily it can be misinterpreted. Why it gets misinterpreted? All these mind games that we keep playing. So much of concepts. You saw no? First post. All conceptualized things. You want to make the ishta this and that. You are my eyes, you are my head, you are my life, you are my wealth, you are my health, you are my vidya, you are my mata, you are my pita, you are my putra, you are my putri, you are my dhan, you are my mitra, you are my shatru. Everything, all this. If you think about it, why do you have to go organ by organ, object by object? Can't we make it wholesome? Can't we just say directly, you are my life? Because all this objects, what is our life? Our life is this only, no? Mata, Pita, Putra, Putri, Dhana, Vidya, Mitra, Shatru, relatives, neighbors, society, country. यही तो है हमारा life. This is what we call as life. So instead of making bits and pieces and telling God this is this, why can't we just say you're my life? This is my life, right? Straight to the point. We delay all these things. We go all these concepts, we go slow motion into all these things simply. And what is this Vaikhari? We all speech, go on talking about the devotion. Lord, I love you. You are my this, you are my that, and all that. But instead of that, instead of so much of shouting and praising and singing, kirtans and doing loud patha, itne page pado, or shouting on the bonga, loudspeakers early in the morning to God, waking up God. Instead of all these formalities, or hitting the bell and ringing and waking up the gods in the temples. Instead of all this Vaikhari, it's all physical talks and actions and things like that, rituals and all that. There is a faster zone, that is your thoughts. If you operate on the thought level, you don't need all these things. Physical action, band. Move, band. Inside. More powerful. Does God need the ring of a temple, or the God need loudspeakers? Or loud need your loudspeaker that you have to shout your mantras and pathas? Bulle Shah said that, right? That you don't have to shout the name of God, because God is not deaf. God is that. Allah is that. Who can hear the trinklets tied on the ankles of the ant? ऐसा कुछ है. Tied on the ankles of the feet of the ant. मतलब चींटी के पैरों के घुंघरू की भी आवाज सुनता है अल्लाह. तुमको चीखने की क्या जरूरत? It is applicable to everybody, not just one religion. We all shout. Here also we are shouting mantras. What kind of worship is that which causes nuisance to others? We disturb others, and probably you are disturbing God also. He is not going to be happy with all these things. Yelling and shoutings. So what is that coming from? Where is that coming from? That's coming from agyanta, ignorance. I am the body. We are making the body do all this, right? Because I am body consciousness bahut zyada hai. So the body will shout, body will ring, body will do all the gote lagana, pranams, dandvat, and this and that. It's all bodily, ritualistic. So that is because we feel the body is everything. I am the body. As you evolve, And we come to know I'm not this body. You turn little internal. From Vaikari, you move to Madhyama, that is your mental level. In the mind, you can do all these things. In the mind, you pray. In the mind, you sing. In the mind, you chant. Your mantras are chanted. It can be done in the mind also. Why do I have to disturb my neighbors, or why do I have to disturb anybody? All these forms of worship which disturbs other, disturbs people, causes inconvenience to other. I personally don't feel that's doing any favor on God. It's such ignorance, deep ignorance. Some people they pray in the public places. That's good. You have discipline. That's good. But do it internally. Why cause trouble to everybody? Good that we are disciplined in prayers. And then from Madhyama, you go to Pashyanti. Pashyanti is more of feelings, bhava, more powerful than the thoughts. You don't need even thoughts. So you understand here, as you progress from Vaikhari, you're simply realizing I'm not the body. Siddhi Siddhi Bhat. If you're doing all the bodily acts, you are still very, very strongly conscious I'm the body. You might be having gyan, I'm not the body, I'm not the soul. Shivoham, I am Shiva. ये सब ज्ञान है. उतरा नहीं है जिंदगी. Experience. If it is experience, then the behavior should be same. How can I do bodily action? So once I've transcended Vaikhari, no more of shouting, yelling, and with all these talks and praises about God and talking to God loudly. God is not disturbed. People are disturbed, surely. So mind zone के ऊपर जब जाते हैं, when you transcend Madhyama, from Vaikhari you go to mental level. Madhyama when you transcend, that is the state when you say I am beyond the mind. I am not the mind. Then you can say I am not the mind. I am not the body, Vaikhari. I am not the mind. You don't need now even the chanting in the mind. वो भी बंद हो गया. Mental activity is also gone. It is only bhava now. Just the feelings, emotions, intentions that feel. Vibration का field है, नाद का. It's all you have become vibrations now. And that's what we practice here. You see, our practices are all on those levels. Never at the body level. Never. Never ask anybody to chant any mantra here, nor do anything physical. It's all you straight go to the mind level and then you transcend the mind, beyond the mind. All the practices are beyond the mind. So beyond the mind is awareness. Awareness say you have feelings, you have experience of vibration. No thoughts there. You might use thoughts, but you use the mind and thoughts to teleport yourself, to transport or transcend the mind. That is why we use even these talks. This is Vaikhari. Vaikhari triggers your Madhyama. You go into the mental activity. You do Manan, Shravan, Chintan. Shravan is listening, Vaikhari. But deep contemplation, when you do, it's on the Madhyama level. So you're contemplating when you listen something through your physical organs. A deep contemplation in your mind is going. But that contemplation should lead you to a state beyond that mind. Then it is worth it. So Shravana, Manan, when you do, you go beyond it. Shravan actually means that you are contemplating deeply on a very deep level, psyche level. So all the people who are practicing this, you can see even in webinars or something. I talk and talk and talk, but that talk should give you samadhi. Then you are going in the right direction. How has it given you samadhi? Vaikhari say madhyama. Mentally, you started being stimulated on that. Due to the simulation there, you entered into beyond the mind, into Pashanti states, vibratory states, the feelings, all that you will write about the feelings. This happened, that happened, gone blank, or whatever you feel, vibration, sensations, and all that feel, it's beyond the mind. More you do that, you activate your Nada Sharira. We have done a webinar on that, right? The Nada Sharira. We did one webinar called Paravani. That also is a powerful. Paravani was a very powerful webinar. I don't know who all attended it. I have not put it in the courses. Many I'm not putting in the courses because it's not for public. I don't want anybody to just come and sign up for that and enter into all that stuff. You should be regular practitioners here. Then only step by step you can understand the whole thing. Otherwise, two things might happen. One, people will not understand it only. What is that level? It's a very high level. You need awareness to get into that. By your logic, you cannot get in there. A good amount of stability in practice is needed. So the basic practices are good if you are doing. Like some of you say also about it. Some of you mention about, because sometimes I feel uh, money should not be the barrier for anybody who's deserving to not attend these. So sometimes I personally ask people, do you have financial constraint? Because sometimes I feel intuitively that you may be needing, but maybe due to some constraints, you're not able to attend the webinars. So sometimes I ask people, do you want to? Sometimes people agree, okay, that's there. But I still never keep it free. I say, some Dakshina kind of format, you keep it. 100 rupees also, no problem. But you must give, you must value it. Because these zones, as I told you, these teachings here, these practices, it's so simple. It is delivered in so simple. यहाँ कोई भगवा कपड़ा नहीं है, ना रुद्राक्ष है, ना आपके सामने कोई गुरु बैठा है. So there are a lot of chances you will take it for granted. I have seen it. You can take the person in front so much granted. यार दोस्त बना लो एकदम से. That attitude is not good. That boosts your ego again. And if that boosts, then there is no one to take care of you. Because here we teach on independent. Here we don't give guidance, step by step guidance. Personal tuitions वगैरह कुछ नहीं है. If you cannot understand these teachings properly, and then if you try to fly, so your awareness has to be very much developed and ripe before you say, I'm free to fly. Not that I have understood, okay, I have understood everything now. Intellectually, I understand. I get all the whole point. It's so simple. Now I get everything. It's like that. Usse nahi hone wala. Your awareness has to be very, very, and for that you need a lot of reverence and humility on this path. Otherwise, you'll never progress. लगेगा ऐसे उड़ रहे हो और फिर गोते लगा के फिर धड़ाम. People will not even know where I'm falling, why I'm falling. So I give all these advices from personal experiences, what I've been through. I've seen a lot of things, been there. घाट घाट का पानी पी के ही बोल रहा हूँ. If you like, take my advices. Otherwise, do as you please. That's upon your life. Anyways, I was coming to Madhyama. So Madhyama, beyond it, Vaikhari, Madhyama, the physicality and the mind. You go beyond it, it's Nada. Nada, I was telling of Paravani and all that. It goes till Paravani. Paravani is a state you can't do anything. It's a submission. If you keep on transcending these things one by one, then you eventually, with the power of the grace, you enter into the Paravani. Paravani is pure grace. You cannot get there. Like in yesterday's webinar, I explained detail. Our efforts are till only I amness. Beyond I amness, you cannot go. Moksha is not in your hand. Moksha is on that supreme intelligence, which you might call Shiva consciousness, which Shiva Sutras say, Tivra Shaktipat of Shiva. That's the final. So you cannot have Tivra Shaktipat on your decisions or even your guru's decisions or anybody. Nobody can influence that. First and foremost, guru cannot give you self realization. No guru can give. These are all myths. Many people feel that guru can give. Guru can give guidance, and guru will give guidance. And that guidance is not of a teacher. That guidance is not of a book. A guru's guidance is different because a guru's prayers are involved in it. Guru's energies are involved in it. Guru's consciousness involved in it. Guru's sankalpas are involved in it. It makes a difference. So they can aid you in that. They can support you in that. But finally, walking is your path. You have to do it. You can see the best of examples, best of gurus. Not necessarily all their shishyas are going to be like the gurus. Some can go different only. Uttar, Dakshin, Purab, Pachim. Completely different. A guru can make efforts. Shishya also has to make efforts. Both are doing efforts to take into the zone of effortlessness. So that's all this zone can do. Teachers, guides, mentors, gurus, whatever you call them, all different names. They are simply names only, but they can only give guidance. Walking is yours. Walking and how you perceive, what you perceive, how you intercept it, how you interpret the teachings is all on you. That is why I'm telling. If your Viveka is active, you will get the right point. If your Viveka is not active, you might even misunderstand your teachers and gurus. वो कुछ बोल कुछ रहे हैं तो आप समझे कुछ. Sometimes your teachers might tell something, you will never understand it because if the ego is high, you will go into the mode of getting offended and you might get interpreted something else. You might think something else. Uttar Dakshina. These are all tendencies of the mind. Mind can do all these things, nonsense. For that, you should never depend on your mind. Yesterday I was telling you in the webinar, Premanandji Maharaj's words I like so much. Man ki kabhi vishwas mat karna. Never trust the mind. However nice it might tell. Trust only your awareness. And how we judge is through mind. Check it out. मन का ही सब काम है. मन डावाडोल कर देता है. Awareness से देखो, you'll understand. When you go through awareness, you will intercept, you will interpret the right meaning of what is being told to you. You look from the mind, you will have many kind of bombings in your mind. So going beyond the mind, and that zone is these. Shifting into awareness is all about that zones. We are only talking about that zone. We are trying to push forth ourselves beyond it. But you can see how challenging it is, how difficult it is, because people are so stuck in this Vaikhari Madhyama. अरे बाप रे, छोड़ना मन नहीं करता. Physicality नहीं छोड़ेंगे. It's up to them. It's up to them. And it's not wrong. I'm not telling it's wrong. It's all needed. Huh? It's all needed. But I'm telling you, why I'm giving you these hints are because there is a journey beyond it. Don't stay stuck there, just at the body mind level. Don't stay stuck in karma yoga and all the physicalities that is involved, just in the physicality. Like there is yoga, physical yoga, hatha yoga. It's a very beautiful and strong practice to integrate and discipline the body and the prana. Hatha yoga is very good for training your body and your prana, disciplining it and mastering it so that you can enter into further higher states. Patanjali Yoga Sutras also begin with all that. But the objective of Patanjali Yoga Sutra is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, to cessation of all the thoughts, to finish all the thoughts. Means it has come to the mind level. So when it comes to the mind level, when you want to work on the mind and go beyond the mind, you want to work with your thoughts. Because thoughts are the problem, right? Why are we all struggling in spirituality? All are simply struggling because they are fed up with their minds. Mind is troublesome. Man hi karta, man hi bhokta. So to go beyond the mind only, all these paths we are taking. So it begins with physicality, but you should never stop at physicality. If it is at Hatha Yoga, you should never stop at just the body level. They are beautiful and powerful tools to enhance your body and discipline your prana, so that when these two, Annamaya Kosha and Pranamaya Kosha, body and mind are disciplined, you get access into the mind. So when you get into the mind, on that mind level, you are ready now to meditate and do a lot of work so that you can transcend the mind. The objective you have to see very carefully. The objective is to go beyond the mind. Can we just settle down who are moving with the cameras, or off the cameras, please? Settle down. ये फिल्म थिएटर नहीं है, पॉपकॉर्न लेके हम घूम रहे हैं. Only when the mind goes, you have attained the objective. Otherwise, you are going to be stuck there only. पूजा पाठ, यही कर्म कांड कांड, ये है यही सिखाया जाता है. That's all good, but आगे भी देखो, there is something else beyond it also. It's not wrong. वो एक पर्पस के लिए, but till when are you going to sit with those things? So all that shouting and all should end. You should understand there is more power in mind. If you're still confused, do the Upadesh Saram, you'll understand very deeply. It explains this whole path. So when you go to that mind level, you have to access the mind. You have to enter into the mind, Manomaya Kosha. Then only further meditation work is there. But we are still in the body. So you do breath work, you do body work, whatever you do, enter into the mind, and then you have to attain blank states. That is your objective. All people who are involved in rituals and body work and Vaikhari stuff, please understand the objective is to take you to a zone of blankness. For that, mind has to become blank. That is Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Chitta Vritti Nirodha. That if you get a few moments, then you have to keep expanding it. Then you are gone into Samadhi and Dhyana actually. Dhyan, if you keep on extending, it will enter into Samadhi. Then there is a further journey from there. It is not end. People go only till Dhyana, ध्यान किया, आज का ध्यान हो गया. वो भी ध्यान नहीं रहता, वो साधना रहता है. They are doing sadhana. They are not doing dhyana. Dhyana means absolute blank. You have gone blank. That is meditation. Sadhana is different. Sadhana, mind is active all the time. मन के अंदर वृत्ति वृत्ति है भर के. That also is needed because there you are having Kurukshetra war inside. Sadhana means Kurukshetra war only. Energy भेजो, release करो, heal करो, bombard करो, and then you shake, you cry, you move. वो क्या है? वो हलचल ही तो है. War चल रहा है उधर, युद्ध. कुरुक्षेत्र में war चल रहा है पूरा. That also is needed. All part of the game. But that is not dhyana. That's not real meditation. Meditation means absolutely no thoughts. If no thoughts are there, where is the war? So that is a zone where, which is beyond the war. War के बाद जो peace आता है. In life, we are always in battle. So whenever we enter into meditation means you are finishing the battle and entering into peace. So that peace which comes, that is the objective of all that battles. साधना का भी ऑब्जेक्टिव वही है कि ध्यान में उतरो. साधना करते रहे, साधना करते रहे. What is going to happen with sadhana? You are always. और कुछ नहीं आएगा, घमंड आएगा उसमें. मैंने इतना साधना किया, सुबह 1 घंटा किया, 2 घंटा साधना किया, 14 वर्ष किया, 40 वर्ष किया साधना, ये इसमें फंसे रहेंगे। किया उसका अंत क्या है? व्हाट गोज बियॉन्ड इट? वेयर डिड दैट साधना लीड यू? इतना युद्ध करने के बाद कुछ हुआ कि नहीं? पांडव जीते कि नहीं कौरव से? डिड द वॉर डिड द एनिमी गेट finished or no? Or are we simply going to take, conflict like we have the war zones going on between countries? वो तो सीज फायर हो गया. Ours is not ceasefire. Our work is that way, ceasefire only. Either we go on bombarding, war go on, उसका कोई अंत नहीं है, कोई कंक्लूजन नहीं है. साधना will go on, साधना will go on, साधना will go on. या सभी कभी sometimes will come where you will compromise. से बॉस थोड़ा देर शांति, ये बहुत हो गया साधना वाधना. So that is ceasefire. Nothing has happened. So it has to complete somewhere. Completion has to be given. Completion is finishing the war. So why I'm telling finishing the war means you should have your objective clear. साधना के आगे भी एक zone है. I have to enter more into meditative states. Why I'm doing sadhana? Because a lot of nonsense in my life, garbage in my life. I'm doing this sadhana or yuddha, war, to finish that nonsense. I'm releasing, I'm healing. That is the purpose of sadhana. So somewhere it has to fructify. बट आई सी पीपल साधना किए जा रहे, 10 साल हो गया, 20 साल हो गया, साधना करते हैं. ऐसे कौन सा युद्ध भूमि है यार तुम्हारा? ऐसे क्या स्टॉक्स है वो जो खत्म ही नहीं होता या रिड्यूस नहीं हो रहा? दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द इक्वेशन बिकॉज ऑल मिथ, क्लैरिटी नहीं है. ये फिर साधना किया तो बस है हो जाएगा, फिर हो क्यों नहीं रहा? पता नहीं भाई, आप बताओ, मैं बताता हूँ. सुबह बैठ के 1 घंटा युद्ध करते हो और 23 घंटे जाके फिर जमा करते हो शत्रु को. you you sit and fight the battle of sadhana for 1 hour in the morning, and 23 hours you're busy collecting the enemies. Next day you have another lot, so the lot is not getting over. That is the problem. How to do that now? Learn awareness, because when you are aware you will not gather unwanted stuff which you only have to sit and heat tomorrow. You only have to release. So ये साधना का घमंड से भी कुछ नहीं होने वाला. मैंने इतना किया उतना किया. Understand what is this sadhana? Sadhana means you are so focused, you know. For that you should know, you should be prepared when you are going to war. किसको मारना है, क्या मारना है, वही मालूम नहीं है. हथियार उठा के चल दिए, कहाँ पता नहीं. वट वेयर वी आर गोइंग वी डोंट नो, विच डायरेक्शन ऑल्सो वी डोंट नो. शत्रु किधर है वो भी मालूम नहीं. कौन है शत्रु मेरे अंदर बैठा वो भी मालूम नहीं. युद्ध के लिए तैयार. वो युद्ध वही घमंड है, वो अहंकार. वो इट इज दैट ईगो दैट सेज आई एम अ फाइटर, आई एम गोइंग टू फाइट. फाइट लड़ते ही लड़ाकू लोग यही रहते हैं. वो लड़ने को ही बैठे, किसके साथ लड़ रहे पता नहीं. So they'll find themselves fighting all over the world with everyone, and they'll fight with themselves. They'll have war with themselves, they have war with others, conflict everywhere. And they feel we are cutting throats. So for that, learn awareness. When you are aware, what happens is first you become prepared. You become aware of Shatru kaun hai mere andar. Who are my enemies? I know crystal clear where my enemies. यहाँ नहीं, acknowledgement ही नहीं है. I don't want to accept anything only. Anything fault in me? No, I'm a perfect person. The world is wrong. I am ready with my warriorship. I want to go and fight everybody there. I am ready to fight. A Shatru bhitar hi hai. The enemy is inside only. The whole Bhagavad Gita is not outside. Huh? It's not about geographical field. Please understand Bhagavad Gita very clearly. This is Kurukshetra, your head. Kauravas and Pandavas are your plus and minus, positive and negative only. In that, Arjuna is your mind, who's struggling to battle in the battlefield. Very hard to win the war. Mind cannot win this war between the positive and negative. That is Arjuna. So Krishna consciousness come there. He is the awareness, conscious awareness. And he is teaching through awareness. He is the Viveka who is above the mind. What is Nityananda telling in Chidakasha Gita? Viveka should be the king and mind should be the slave. Viveka is the guru. Mind is the shishya. Viveka Chudamani mein what do you learn? Adi Shankaracharya ji's document. It is a guru shishya samvad. Disciple is asking questions and guru is answering. Name of the document is Viveka Chudamani. There only you can see the word Viveka. Viveka is the guru. Awareness. Mind has confusions, awareness answers it. Viveka is Krishna here. Arjuna is confused. Viveka is giving all the answers. Krishna is giving the answers. And through Viveka only you can win the war. You have no awareness, you cannot. We go with the mind. We are only Arjuna. Krishna is absent in life. So sometimes he'll fight. Sometimes he'll run from the battlefield. Partial. He will say, I am doing dharma. But choosing. Very partial dharma he will do. Look at our wars also here. Very partiality it is. It is strongly based on raga dvesha, like and dislike. Our all these physical wars, what you see. Raga dvesha. I hate these guys. I have to kill. I don't care. Anything. No dharma, no morality, no ethics in that. There's certain community I dislike. I don't want to think second. Finish it off. Complete. Eradicate. Like Parshurama. Eradicate the whole clan only. Because why? That clan has offended me. Offended my ego. So I finish them off. That's not really about dharma. And then raga dvesha, you'll say, I don't like this, I'll finish it. I like this, I'll not finish, even if they are doing errors. Whom you don't like, even if they do errors or don't do errors, I don't care. I just want them eradicated. Finished. Look at these wars, Hindu, Muslim, and all that. It's okay. It's very clear and obvious that yes, certain elements are there. It's very, very strong. You can see the dark forces. And you can see it in certain communities also. Certain religions also are there. It's all there. But please remember, not everybody is like that. From my personal experience only, I'm telling. Not everybody is like that. Maybe on a larger scale, it looks like that. But still, 100% that is not. But when we impose something, we are 100% people. That is Raga Dvesha. Kattarpanthi. You don't care. There is no dharma in that. Huh? Sadharma. And then we take the name of Bhagavad Gita and we say, Dushman ko marne ko bola. No. You have to go deep and see. दुश्मन तो मेरे कौम में भी है बेटा, मेरे अंदर भी है. आवर पार्टी ऑल्सो हैज गॉड. उसको नहीं मारेंगे क्योंकि अपने हैं. Arjuna also did that. Arjuna is running away. I can't fight the war. Krishna is asking why. How can I fight? On the other side, enemy side, my relatives are there. My guru is standing. My friends are standing. My own people are standing. I cannot find this war. Krishna says, it's a war of dharma, righteousness. You're fighting for what is right. You're not going by people, group, ethnicity, and all that. You're not going by preferences. You're not going by ragadvesha. You're not going by partial, impartial. It is a war of righteousness. What is right, stand for right, whoever it is. How do we fight our wars? ये अपने लोग हैं, अपने को नहीं मारना, भले ही वो कर रहे. It is impossible that one clan is so perfect and pure and the other is completely dirty. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है यार? Dirtiness is there everywhere in everyone. संत से लेके चोर डाकू तक सबके अंदर कहीं ना कहीं गुण है. Percentages keep on different. ज्यादा कम होता है. You cannot say. Even Narayana on that level, closest to Narayana, Narada, closest to Narayana. He also has ego. He has lust. But he pretends he doesn't have. because he feels I'm so a greatest devotee of Narayana, all the time chanting Narayana. And he does some sadhana, so called. And after that sadhana, when he wakes, he sees I'm clear. Everything is shuddh, pure. And he says, wow, मैं जितेंद्रिय हो गया. I have won my senses, finally. I have overcome my ego. I have overcome my kama bhava, lust. And he goes and proclaims that to his guru, his God. Look here, I have attained it finally. Please understand, the moment you say I have attained, there is still work to do. That is that is itself the ego. Egolessness cannot talk, cannot claim. It is a state. You go into that. You are be. You just be that. Then there is no one to claim that. There is no one to say. And there is no one to get offended also if somebody says, no, you are not there. Or nothing to get swelled up also when somebody says you have reached there. It is that state. So the Guru, God knows about it very clearly. I can hear. But the Shishya can always feel, I'm perfect, I'm done, I'm reached. These are all stories that indicate our life journey only. It is nothing to be entertained about what happened, what Narada did, what Krishna did, what Arjuna did, and simply keep on glorifying them or criticizing them. वहाँ पे क्या? वहाँ पे नहीं. These are all our stories. All the Puranas are within us. Every Purana, every mythological character, छोटा से छोटा, short role characters also are all in our being. It is that deep. Puranas are not ordinary, very deep. But we make them ordinary when we turn them into stories and we project it outside and we start worshipping them. They are not something to be worshipped, they are something to be reflected. Purpose of Purana is to reflect, self reflect, not to worship them. Because in worship there is escapism. You can worship all the mythological characteristics, all the people you can worship, all the gods you can worship, who's there in the mythological, and you can still not enter within. You can keep this. I don't want to look here. I will only look there. That is escapism, and that is what has happened. All this worship has turned into external worship, but there is no self-reflection and there is no self-transformation. Why most of the religions are stuck? You'll never see religions creating self-realized people. Spirituality creates it. Religion very difficult because religion there is this stuckness. Self-reflection is very difficult in religion because the whole projection is outside. It's all about external worship and glorification of that, and just being a slave to all that. No God wants us to be slaves. Actually, all the avatars come to remove us out of slavery. But यहाँ उल्टा हो जाता है, अवतार की पूजा करके फिर गुलाम बन जाते हैं. Slavery. Slavery simply means the refusal to change this position. So you can see even bhaktas are in that. So shishyas are in that. Disciples, devotees, they are stuck in that. Some religions, people are stuck in that, devotees. Like in Christianity, I desist that completely when people say, I'm a sinner. You're taught there. You're told by your teachers, by the mediators, that you are a sinner. So there is even saying, people say, I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. वो क्या हो रहा है? In subconscious, what are you training? What are you programming people? What am I programming myself when I keep saying I'm a sinner? मैं पापी हूँ, मैं दुष्ट हूँ, I'm unworthy of you. What are you saying? You'll never rise up. You'll remain a slave. And did Jesus come for that? Did any of the avatars come for that? Did Ram come for that? Did Guru Nanak come for that? They came to release us from our ignorance and we become more ignorant in their name now. Jesus came to tell that you and me are not different. You can become me. He became an example there. What we did? We worshipped him. We put him up on the cross. We put him up on the photos, and we started worshipping and saying again, "I am a sinner. I am a sinner. You came to take my sins away." We say no, avatars will come to take our sins away. जो भी पाप हमने किया है, अवतार आके उसको मिटाएंगे. And you can see so many avatars have come. Nothing has happened to the world. कहाँ मिटा, कहाँ change हुआ? Where is the transformation? But you look at all the precious teachings of Avatar, they are simply telling us how you can release yourself. Ram taught that, Krishna taught that. But just because of this ignorance of glorifying the teachers, we have this strongly rooted in us, glorifying the teachers. Okay, it's a good culture, but that culture should not make you a slave. So that is what Ramana is telling, right, in this. Tumeva mata, pita tumeva, sakha tumeva bandhu, tumeva, and all that you are telling. You are that, you are this, you are everything. And Ramana is telling, yes, yes, yes. You tell you are this, you are that, everything. You will never say you are that and finish the whole thing. I am that. You are telling you are this and you are this one's belongings. Oh Guru, oh God, you are this. You are my parent, you are my friend, you are my foe, everything you are. My wealth you are, my vidya you are. And Ramana is telling, I am that, I am thou, I am you. Because that is the ultimatum, right? You become one with the Guru, you become one with the avatar, because avatars and gurus have come to give you example that you can become like me. So when are we going to say that? I am thou. What does Ramana mean when he says self, Guru, and God are one? Self and Guru are one means what? Self is what? I myself. This is the self, the Guru self. Both are one. Will that feeling ever come if you sit like a slave, worshipping and glorifying? That day will never come. Be it avatar, Guru, God, Isha, whatever you call it. You will always keep a separateness. Dvait se uthi nahi paoge. And then keep singing this only, same thing, again and again. That is why people have very much difficulty. I meet so many people, they have lot of difficulty going one step inside because they have got programmed in such a way that they say, no, I cannot go into that zone. I am only supposed to worship. My duty is to worship. And why am I worshipping? Just become aware and see why you are worshipping. दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा. Everything will become clear. You will come to know it is out of swartha. You want something out of that person, that avatar, that guru. Greed is there. So you have caught a jinn now, a magic lamp, which you want to rub anytime and get out all the desires like an ATM and cash it. Mind is very cunning, very subconsciously it will keep playing all these things in the name of devotion and all that. And Nityananda outright ridicules this and says it is Swartha Bhakti. This kind of bhakti is Swartha Bhakti. Dvaita Bhakti is Swartha Bhakti. Bheda Bhakti is Swartha Bhakti. Bhed means I am different, you are different. When two communications happen, वो लेन देन है, transaction है वो. But किसको बताए? वो बाहर तो बताना भी नहीं मुझे. I am just talking to a few set of crowd who are ready to understand these and go beyond all these things. We cannot talk to everybody because they don't want to be talked. They love to be loathing in the same dramas. They're happy in their comfort zones. And there are many who can keep such people stuck there also because of vested interest. There's a lot of business can happen there. No, never raise. Nobody should raise above this. Stay there, stuck there only. The more you stay stuck, there is a lifelong for you to stay stuck there so that some nice transaction can happen. Who will dare to even think against? Can a slave ever think against? You cannot. That is where the whole system gets stuck. There is no evolution beyond it. So that is why to go and actually enter into Advaita, very less people can sneak through that. And all these are courageous people. You need a lot of courage to stand up for this. For that, your fear should go. Because I said, no, all this bhakti is based on lobha or bhaya. Greed, I want something. So I catch a guru, God, or Ishta, or avatar, or teachers, or mentors. I want something. That is why I'm stuck there. Some transaction is there. You can't call that love. I don't accept also such things. You can see that what kind of love is that. Very transactional love it is. Matlabi. Swarth hai wo. Or there is fear. If I go against that, or if I question something, because it is such a normal. Everything is normal and regular. Thousands are in the same frame, and one idea coming into your head, you look around and nobody is speaking about it. You will shut down. Fear is there. Fear. And the fun is, I stand up and look everywhere. Nobody's talking. I sit quietly. But if you deeply look into everybody, everybody's doing the same. They have a question, they will look around, nobody's talking, they will sit. And they will think nobody's thinking about it. Everybody's thinking about it. But nobody has the guts to stand up for it. Guts in the sense what? It's simply common sense. You look into Shastra because what I'm talking is verified and authentic. I can show you whatever I'm talking through your own scriptures, through your own mystical documents, through experiences, and through my experiences to double it. See, my experiences are verbal. You might not trust it, but your Shastras. So I know what I'm saying. And not everybody. Few mystics also talk about all these things. Look at Jiddu. What are they talking? Look at Osho. Look at Ramana. What do you say here? These kind of things. Yeah, Ramana is not impressed with all that stuff. Flattering, guru flattering, He poll khol denge ho. He will tell openly what it is. Because these are beings who are not interested in creating followers. They are only businesses go beyond. Just go beyond. Break it and go. People like Jiddu and all, they're not interested in following and followers and creating ashrams or institutions or big glorious names and projects and this project and that project. Look at these people. Not interested because they call all that bullshit. They know it is a trap in Maya. Even your divine projects. Updesaram says it, right? And Shiva comes and tells the rishis, same thing. Rishis feel it is a project, great project, but Shiva is telling it is not a project. Mind your own business. You get free first. Rest everybody will go. And teach people how to be free themselves. So people like these, rare, very rare. And so are the people who understand it also are very rare. Because you need a lot of maturity and you need a lot of guts. And I'm telling guts is or fearlessness, it doesn't come by training. You're not standing every day and programming yourself to be fearless or something. It comes when truth is revealed in you. When Satya is revealed in you through your own experiences, that courage comes from there because you know you are realizing that truth. You are in that truth. It is not a logical truth. You read somewhere and then you say, I'm intelligent, I know this. You are that. You are experiencing that truth very clearly. Truth is always fearless. So you cannot create fearlessness and learn the truth. You have to experience the truth, and fearlessness will automatically happen. Then the courage will come. Otherwise, I'm telling you, is Jagat ka, this planet's biggest, what do you call, prison is fear. Fear is the biggest bomb here. Fear is the biggest key. Fear is the biggest trap. On based on fear only, all these industries flourish. All governances, all dominations, all manipulators, all control systems, they operate only on these two things called fear and greed. You remove fear and greed from a person or a community, that will not fall for this nonsense. Until there is these two tattvas, there will be slavery. Because a man can be bound only by these two things. Either he is greedy or he is scared. Then you can manipulate. There are thousands of ways mankind can be controlled through greed and fear. Thousands of ways. Greed, there are many, many different beautiful ways. Fear, there are many beautiful, and you will not even come to know. All those ways can be camouflaged and ornamental, so decorative, you will not even know this is something designed to control me through fear. You'll not even see that I am being induced greed. Greed has been induced in me, or fear is being induced in me. When you look out into the systems, when you are experiencing that, when you are undergoing those experiences, you will not even know. Right now, I am being bombarded by greed. I am being treated by greed. Greed is being induced into me. I am being cajoled or wooed by greed. You need a lot of awareness to see that. If mind people, body people will never know. Andhbhakt. They will say, okay, whatever it is. Andhbhakt, I don't mean only holy. Huh? Andhbhakt, bhakt means you are devoted to anything. It might be even politics, it might be governance, it might be your offices. Andhbhakt. Your bosses, you can be Andhbhakt of your bosses. In communities and groups, you can be just Andhbhakt. In families, you can be Andhbhakt. Main person in the family. See, the elements are same. You use it in communities, you use it in countries, wars, politics, you use it in spirituality, use it in your families, you use it in your office. These two things, mind you, greed and fear. How do you control your family? For example, fear most of the time. There is induction of fear. देखो कैसे कैसे mind games चलता है. So many mind games will go on. Emotional blackmailing. What is blackmailing? Fear only. Blackmailing is purely on fear. Can you blackmail anybody who's not scared? Some fear is there in that person. That thing only you will hold, and you will trouble that person. You will blackmail. Some string is there in your head. These are called mind games. Mind games we play everywhere. In families we play, in friends we play, in societies we play, in communities we play. In spirituality तो पूछो ही मत. पूरा mind games ही है. Because where there is a blind belief, there is a lot of chances for manipulation. Because blind belief means no questioning. I agree. So when you say I agree, there's no effort to do anything there. You just dictate something and that's it. हो जाएगा काम. You go into religions and all those fanatisms and all that. What happens? You're dictated something. You just have to say, aye, sir. That's it. So fear and greed. You see, even in families, even बच्चे रहते छोटे बच्चे. The training, this terrorism called family terrorism. It begins. It begins in childhood. I am not saying. I have proof. Yog Vashisht Rama is saying this. All the training happens that time. Who puts greed? Who tempts a child? Obvious. I'll give you a chocolate if you do this. I'll give you a punishment if you don't do this. Reward punishment we introduce. And there the training begins. Terrorism. The programming begins. How I should react to greed and fear. So if some carrot is given to me, I should run behind that madly without thinking because I'll benefit something out of it. So greed is given. And fear is put in. If you don't do this, this is very common in children. Children are induced with that fear of punishment and reward. Fear and reward. Reward is greed, punishment is fear. That's all. Reward punishment zone is there everywhere. It begins from there only. So you can see these two tattvas are the major enemies of human beings. And to get rid of this enemy, first you have to become aware of it. उसके बाद साधना करो. We are not aware only of these two बड़ा दुश्मन बैठे हैं अंदर. And what are we fighting? You're आपकी missiles कहीं और जा रही है. You're firing bullets in the air. It's not on the bullseye. For bullseye, you have to know where your target is. Your target is greed and fear. And you will never be taught to remove this greed and fear. Because the moment you are taught to remove greed and fear, you are free. And nobody wants you to be free. Check it out if you want. Why is awareness not taught? Awareness means not awareness of your body and mindfulness of your what you eat and mindfulness of what you smell and touch and all those things. Why are you not taught to be mindful of your greed and fear? Why are you not taught about mindfulness of your fear? Why are you not taught mindfulness of the fear of authority? नहीं, authority की zone पे कोई बात भी नहीं करता. Authority is one place where nobody wants to talk about it because everything goes on authority, right? Why will anybody submit to anything if there is no authority? There is authoritative figures in life. And that begins from family only because there also authority starts from there only. See, you go anywhere, there is authority then. A child is dominated by parents and relatives. Outside you go, he is dominated by bullies. Still further you go, he is dominated by teachers in school. Still outside you go, the governance dominated by them. And when you're fed up, you get into spirituality. There also you have authorities. You go into religion, there also authorities. Gods are standing dictating many things to you. As per the mediators. Gods tell something else only. Avatars are talking something else, but you can make them authoritative. You can make Jesus very authoritative and say, he has demanded this. You can say, you can make God like a dictator and say that he has given the 10 commandments. Commandment is what? Authority. Where is unconditional love? And the same religion talks about God is very unconditional. और यहाँ देखा तो पूरे authority दिया है. Do's and don'ts. If you do this, I'll send you to heaven. What is that? Greed. Greed of heaven. Reward. If you don't do that, I'll send you to hell. What is that? Punishment. Fear. यही है. दो ही चीज है हर जगह में. रिवॉर्ड एंड पनिशमेंट के ऊपर पूरा कंट्रोल है. Seekers who are moving towards self-realization must become aware of this. Without this, you cannot move into that zone. Without this, you cannot leave your duality only. Your duality is stuck because of this greed and fear. ये लेन देन कहाँ होता है? Reward punishment is only in the dual zone, because there is a punisher and there is a punished. There is a rewarder and there is a rewardee. दो होता है, dual zones. Until you get rid of these things, you cannot move beyond into non-duality. So just having this desire is all bullshit crap. मुझे आत्म साक्षात्कार चाहिए, मुझे सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन चाहिए, मुझे मोक्ष चाहिए. अरे एबीसीडी तो पता लगा लो. Understand the basics at least what it is. That also is the greed only. There also greed only. Self realization इसी जन्म में करना है तुमको. In this janma only you have to do. That's greed putting into your head. If you don't do it in this janma, then fear put into your head. That also is on that only. So people run for self-realization. Why? There is greed. All myths. If I become self-realized, all my problems will vanish. I will become Satchidananda. I will be blissful. Nothing can trouble me. And many people think all my karmas will be gone. No karmas at all. But I will be there. What bullshit. How can you be there when karma is not there? Your body will drop dead there. काम हो गया ना उसका. Because karma is there, your body is there. If karma is over, your body will drop. And there is no life after that. People think there will no karmas. I'll be free. What who's that I who's sitting there? I will be free. That is the ego. Ego means karma is there. Karma is there, so ego is there. Ego is there, karma will be there. So many things are still not clear in people's head. They've not got the whole thing clear. So that is why the rush for self-realization. And tickets will sell like anything there. Self-realization. 20,000 रखो, 25,000 रखो, 50,000 रखो. People want to buy self-realization. मेरे पास है पैसा. What goes? Buy. Let's go and buy. And our history talks about Rajanaka and Ashtavakra. Look at their struggles. Look at Ram's struggle in attaining self-realization. Whole योग वशिष्ठ you read. और हमको लगता है 20,000 में खरीद लेंगे. वो भी एसी वाला सोफा पे जाके बैठ के. What craziness. So today enlightenment sells. Who can be fooled? Yea, those who are not yet open and those who don't want to see. They have so much of belief in authority that they don't even want to think a second thought about it. That's okay. We are not here. I am not here to enlighten them. I am talking to a certain crowd. If at all something like these things are there, shake it up and move it and clean it and be free. I am only talking to a certain crowd. I don't want to go and challenge anybody out there and tell this is what it is. Because life is our choice. It is our choice. Everybody has the freedom and the right to choose and be whatever they want. That's all fine. But this deep criticism that I do are for the people who are wanting to abide and learn the truth, know the truth. So you are turning somewhere to know the truth. And on that platform, I am speaking and giving you the truth. So it is just only meant for that. This is a disclaimer. This is not for others. क्योंकि दूसरे भी सुन सकते हैं. You might. That's okay. Even if others hear it, it's not. At least starting what will happen, a reaction will be there. And some allergy will come against me. Something will happen. In their body, some allergy will happen. In their mind, something will happen. On me, something will happen. And they'll react and all those things and all that. But at least कुछ समझ तो आया. Something has entered them. When the time is ripe, that will activate. These are all like bijas, because we have to know the journey from here to end. And I'm not talking this from my home. I didn't bring it from my personal space. This is all what is there in open in the Shastras, in the great teachings of rishis, in the great scriptures like Devi Kalotra, Sarvagyanatra, Ashtavakra Gita, Tripurarahasya. These are all very, very open. All these things are very, very open. Arunachala Tattva is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the teachings of Ramana, Nisargadatta Maharaj, Jiddu Krishnamurti. Because Jiddu Krishnamurti and all are needed. You have to pass through Jiddu Krishnamurti if you want to go to self realization. Very, very clear. You cannot hate Jiddu Krishnamurti. You try it, experiment and see. It's not because he is my favorite or something like that. He is what we are understanding here. These people have projected it very accurately, very deeply. And who's Jiddu and all? They are all Paramatma ka hi game players. They're all a part of that consciousness. All these beings are not ordinary beings. Whoever comes into these kind of zones are representatives of that tattva only. When the time comes, these tattvas will open up and everybody will know. And these truths I'm telling you, आज जो अभी आप सुन रहे हो ना, this will be very common in the coming years. You see how many people will awaken. You just see. All these authority systems, control systems are diminishing and they will collapse. It is not that because I want it. It is happening. Open your eyes and see. It is not because one person is doing something. No, you'll see many flames. Like me, many will start talking. Your own hearts will start talking from inside. Your awareness will open up. You'll see through all this. And people are seeing through all these things. You can see all the religious fanaticism and deep things. It's all collapsing, huh? Deeply collapsing. And it will undergo a major change. You become fanatic, it's very dangerous. So people are awakening to all these things also. You can see people are turning more spiritual, more evolved. Please understand, this whole play of consciousness will keep moving upside down. You have to see these things and you have to see there is no permanent cure for these things. This is a school, it will keep on playing itself. When you get tired, you get up. And that's what we are trying to understand. How do we get out? We get out by understanding what is this whole game about? What am I doing here? How did I get involved into all this nonsense? Because I chose to participate. I wanted to establish and have some fun. Do you want to still have fun? There is choice. Those who say no, fun is enough. I find more fun and more peace when I'm withdrawn from all these things. The chaos, noise. That's my zone. Then welcome. That's that place where we are all heading. And that is the place where everybody will head sooner or later. If you don't pack up, I mean, not just Janma, any Janma, let's say after 20 Janma, 20,000 Janma, you're still playing. If you don't pack up, Creator will pack up. That is called Pralay. What does it mean? One day it has to pack up. It is not a permanent thing. It is not forever. ये इसमें जो रस मिलता है to keep playing, that is called Maya, that illusion. So we are here to realize this Maya, realize this illusion, wake up from this dream, wake up from this illusion through all these processes that we are doing, and slowly understand where is there the peace, the permanent happiness that we are searching, where it is. It is certainly not here. So rising from Vaikhari and Madhyama, going into Pashyanti. Pashyanti is that zone where all the physicalities, your Bhuta Akasha, all these worldly dramas ends. Next is your Chitta Akasha, your mind dramas. The moment you close your eyes from the world, internal drama begins. अंदर एक दुनिया है, बाहर एक दुनिया, भीतर एक दुनिया. That also has to be shut down. Then only you can go to the Chitta Akasha, which is the platform on which Chitta Akasha and Bhuta Akasha are playing. You have to enter to that I amness. Anandmaya kosha. Based on the Anandmaya kosha is resting the other Jnanamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Annamaya kosha. Your body is also finally resting in these. So you have to withdraw from the body, withdraw from the prana, withdraw from the mind, then you enter into intellect, Jnanamaya kosha, awareness. And when you transcend the intellect, go beyond Manabuddhi, is the zone of I amness, Jnanamaya kosha. You can come till here. Effort you make, you can come till Jnanamaya kosha. Beyond that, you cannot go. It is upon you, you can come even now. Sitting here, you can enter into Jnanamaya kosha. You can come into awareness. It's in your hands. You can come into I amness also, that complete blank states of just knowing that I am, the presence. Till there, you can come. But you cannot go beyond it. Manolaya, you can. Manonasha is not in your. Manolaya means temporarily blankness, like sleep or meditation, samadhi. But there also, you cannot call that permanent because you will come out, you will be thrown out. That's not in your hand. You will come out of the samadhi, you will come out of sleep. So these practices can be done only till this one, I amness. Then you have to be persistent. Then after that, it's pure grace. That's called the Tivra Shaktipat, where mukti, moksha, whatever you call. And the complete ego is completely destroyed. That is very difficult for us to ascertain. That is why the path beyond the mind is surrender. That is what we precisely did in yesterday's webinar. Beyond the mind it is. Before that webinar was there, cleaning of mind. Nirmal man, in the mind that is. Still working with the mind, prana, body. Body, breath, mind. Nirmal man. That is where sadhana, yuddha, the war goes on. So as the mind becomes empty, cleaner, you are easily able to float beyond it. That is yesterday what we did. Nishchal tattva. Nischala, man. When mind is blank and empty, you rise to Jnanamaya Kosha. From there, Jnanamaya Kosha, it is a different journey. Till mind, there is doership. I am the doer, I will meditate, I will do sadhana, I will do this, I will do that. Beyond that, if you enter into Nishchal Tattva, it's pure surrender. Then the only effort is to give up the efforts. Nishchalman. Give up the practice. The effort now is to give up the practices. Here, no practices will work now. It is pure surrender. You are just jumping into that tattva with full, and that is the zone of Teri Raza mein Meri Raza. Thy will be done. Jo Shivagya. Jis vidhi rakhe, us vidhi rahi. Whichever state you keep me, I'm fine. No complaints after this. If there are complaints, then you have to come down again. Nischalman. Nirmalman. Purification is there. Lot of fear, greed, all these tattvas are there. It's to be clean. Through awareness, whatever practice you do, forgive, accept, release, heal, whatever needed, all can be done. As that gets cleaned again, slowly you'll float up above. And then there is no interest to do anything, any practice there. You are simply just being. Being means only it can come in surrender. Surrender means you are 100% sure that the divine will is taking care of you. Until one becomes fully sure that the divinity is taking care of you, how can you give up free will? Free will holding itself means there is fear to give up the doership. Out of fear or greed only, again, these two tattvas. Out of greed and fear only, you can have free will. Let me handle it. When your friend is driving and you don't trust your friend who's driving, how will you sit in the car, on the bike? Scared. But if you trust that person, you will relax. If you don't trust, you'll say, let me drive. Free will is there. I'll handle the driving. I'll handle it. You come this side. That's free will because there is no surrender there. There's no faith. So these are all paths, these are all the ways how you transcend, evolve slowly. So when you come to this zone, Pashyanti, beyond the mind, beyond Madhyama, it is all surrender. Then there is no doer. You cannot have doership and you say, I have come till there. No, then you have not come till there. Doership cannot be there. So doership dissolves. How does doership dissolve? Not because somebody told you dissolve. You yourself will start realizing and come to know that whatever I do is not complete yet. Every free will that I choose, every karma that I do is based on greed and fear, desires. I want something, I don't want something. That is why I do karma. And when I do it out of these two, I fall under the bracket of karmic zone, karma fruit, karma phala. And all that fruit comes to me because I am the doer. Updesaram 1, 2, 3. It begins with that only, that you are not the doer. God is the doer. He only assigns the fruits of the actions. It further says, forget fruits of your actions, even karma is not in your hands. We have discussed this. We have done this, a lot of work on this. Even whatever I'm doing, that is maturity. As one evolves, real evolution is you'll start experiencing and seeing that even these things, what I claim, I did this, I did that, I didn't really do it. It happened. Even these desires, what I'm chasing, I'll do this, I'll do that. No, it's a part of my destiny. That's why it's operating that way. Something is making me do that. We might say very easily, no, I have a desire, I am pursuing it. I'm creating something, I'm manifesting something. But I am asking a question. You are creating, you are manifesting it. That's fine. But the question is, how did you get interest in that? Where did that come from? There you'll get stuck. I want to pursue this career. Out of all the careers, why that career? Your brother, your sister wants something else. Somebody wants to become a cop, go into a police department. Somebody wants to go into the army. Somebody wants to become a doctor. Somebody wants to become a teacher. Why not everybody has common? Why they are having different inclination? Oh, it's my wish. That is where the error is happening. It is my. How is that interest only coming into your head? That's what the question is. Why not this field, that field? Why particularly that field? So you see, actually, we don't have a choice there. That interest first happens in us. You chase that interest and then you create desires. Then you create plans and dreams on that. But you're not seeing where is that coming from. That investigation, the day you do and investigate, you will come to know even your free will, even all your actions, all your desires are based on something else. So that means even that career is being given to you. You don't choose it. This way, when you calculate every little thing in life, you will see I'm not the doer. You ended up in a relationship. You'll see I got attracted to a person. I fell in love. It was love at first sight, or I got arranged marriage, or this and that. You might talk hundreds of things, but investigate deeply and see, you will come to know it was meant to happen that way. All the things that brought you to that zone, even meeting that person, you might say it is love at first sight. But you will never understand what are the pros and cons that brought permutation and combination that brought two people at that point, which made them exchange the glances. You'll never see all the other factors lying behind it. Because if one of the factors is missing, also that will not happen. If everything has to come so accurately and make that happen, so many things are already in the play behind the screen. When you investigate, you'll come to know, yes, that is called cosmic intelligence, which you call God. There is an intelligence based on all your karmic patterns, all your give and take, all your history records, all your good, bad, ugly, whatever you did, based on all that, there is an accurate planning that takes place. And based on that, you are given certain destinies. Upadesaram 1 and 2, I'm saying now, verse 1 and 2. This is what I'm talking right now. Based on that, you are given that. So it says, Kartur Ajnane Praptaye Phalam Karma Kim Param Karma Tajjadam. All this is given by the divine. The fruits of the action, whatever you do, the fruits of action is given by that cosmic intelligence. The action also is given by that. We might say, "Right, I did an action, I did a karma, and I got a karma phala." That's very easy to say. Karma phala, I got it. But if you investigate Upadesaram, it beautifully says that action also was not yours. It is preceding something. So when the action also is not mine, how can the karma phala be mine? Whoever put that action into me, those interests into me, this destiny into me, that one is responsible for that. That is how surrender comes. There is where surrender will come. Knowing this, experiencing this, only surrender will come. Otherwise, rest is fake surrender, like I told in yesterday's webinar. It's all fake surrender. I surrender myself to the feet of my guru. I surrender to this Ishta. I surrender to God. There is no surrender. It's only ego mind play. It claims, but there is no surrender. True surrender is the submission of ego, as Ramana says. Giving up the ego, giving up the mind. ये मन आपको दिया, मेरी सोच आपको. That's the attitude. Keeping the mind, keeping the ego, and then saying, I give this action of mine. Ye seva, nishkam seva I'm doing. I'm giving it to God. Or this dharma punya I'm doing. I'm giving it to God. Or this great sacrifice I'm doing. I'm good. Sacrificer is there. The sacrificer is not ready to sacrifice itself. It is only talking about all these things. So you will get caught under the scan of Ramana, under the scan of Shiva, Arunachala Tattva, you'll get caught. You cannot escape that. So that will be shown. Those who are moving, deep seekers will be shown this. Until you are seen it, until you have acknowledged it, until you have realized it and experienced it, there is no going further. These are not intellectual talks. हाँ मुझे समझ आया, understood it. Okay, surrender. Okay, so webinar is that much only, right? What you did? It is surrender, right? I'll surrender. Yesterday we saw how we got into that whole thing and from which angle you have to go. Objective, subjective area. I'll do a follow-up session for the subjective. Objectively, we understood it. For those who attended yesterday, we'll do a follow-up. From there, you'll see it is coming from that core. The whole thing about surrender and giving up this doership and going into the being. That is the next zone. Pashyanti. Moving into Pashyanti. That is the state of being. Actually, that is level 3 talks, what we say. Then only further, and you can go to level 3, that's all. Pashyanti, you can go. Paravani is grace. You can go to I amness. But to go into moksha, mukti, absolute dissolution is pure grace. Not just that is grace. Yesterday we understood everything is grace. Yesterday's whole webinar was on grace. Realizing the grace in my life. Where I close my eyes and I meditate even for a little while, I see even my breath is grace. My heartbeat is grace. Secretions, my digestion, my circulation, my perspiration. Where am I doing all these things? I have no control. My waking up in the morning, my falling asleep, grace. My waking up in this body, that means Janma, birth. I have no idea. When I'll die, no idea. वो grace पे चलता है सब कुछ. Where is the I here? Where am I in this? So when our awareness comes down deep into this body consciousness, you get all these fake ideas that I'm the doer. I am in control. I'm the creator of my own destiny. I disagree that I am the creator of my destiny. It is good for the kindergarten. It is good for the start. So that you are in the play, you are in the mind, you are in the body consciousness, you are good. That level training, perfectly correct. I am the creator of my own destiny. Who says this? I am the creator? The body, the mind, the ego. You rise above the ego. Can anybody claim and say, I am the destiny? No, you will say that one is the destiny. You are the creator. So in the starting, I have become very powerful. I gain discipline over my life. I gain strength. I stand up for myself. That's the practice. From nothing, you raise yourself. You walk the path. You discipline your life. That is where I am the creator. I do it. I do it. Good. But after a certain point, when you really do it, because of that you did all the tapas, you did the sadhana. Okay, good. But after a certain point, you'll realize that all this I did sadhana, I did effort. You will connect to this Updesaram word, verse 1, and you'll see, Arey, without that, I wouldn't have done this. Without this, I would have not got to that. Without this factor, I would not have met my guru. Without this, you'll see everywhere there is a preceding incident. And you'll see, I thought I did it. I thought I was doing the sadhana. I thought I was getting motivated to go to Arunachala or to Kailasha or something like that. I thought I am running there. It's my interest. Then you'll understand something is taking care of, something is making me do things. Then you'll understand grace in my life. That's grace. At that time, you will not say, I am the creator. You'll say, if I, the creator, am so powerful that I did all these things, how great is my creator? Like me, there are so many billions of creators here in this planet. How brilliant must be that creator who created these billions and trillions of organisms and is managing it also, not कि product produce कर दिया फेंक दिया. हम तो बच्चा पैदा करके फेंक देते हैं. We produce children and do we take lifelong interest? You can't also, even if you want. After some time, they're like Robert, they are independent, they go. You can't even control their life. And look at this creator. He creates and he maintains also Vishnu Tattva. He takes care of everything. Imagine that cosmic intelligence. Every ounce of things is being taken care of. How great is that? This is where the ego starts humbling. And this I will go. Last time when I was talking about this many years back, now people don't challenge. Previously, I was like literally challenged. How the hell? There are a lot of backlashes. How can you go against and say this? And you are not the creator. I said, look, if you sit and observe, you are saying you are the creator of your own destiny. Who has taught you that? Also, they are saying, okay, fine. You go and investigate in your life. You go and investigate into all the people who says I'm the creator of my own destiny. Have they been able to create destiny the way they want? Then come back to me. आगे बात करें. Everybody wants some destiny. I have seen people are not able to create. We might create but there are limitations. I might create something. I might create a career. I might create a relationship. I might create wealth. I might create names. But some point, I might not be able to create. Maybe I'll not be able to create a relationship. Or if I'm successful in creating a relationship, I'm not able to create wealth. Or maybe I have wealth, I have relationship, I have health, I have everything. I'm a good creator. Then create a child now. No, no, some problem is happening. We went to the doctors, no children only. Create then, you're a creator, right? I've done everything. It's not happening. Why it is not happening? Because that bija is not there in your destiny. What is not there in your destiny, my dear, you cannot create. Then where is law of karma? Just think about this. I have problems in my life. I have different things which I don't like. And now I know I'm the creator. So I create everything. Or the opposite also. What I don't deserve. And I will only create health, happiness, and everybody is running behind that. All the people who are tempted for creatorship are all by nature trying to create only happiness in life. Who will want unhappiness? Everybody will want health. Everybody will want wealth, abundance. Everybody wants everything. That's good. Why will anybody go opposite? But my question is, you might create it to a large extent, but can you create in all the zones? If you are the creator of your, create an extra hour or day in your life and show more than you are destined. Add a extra breath and show. I have seen so many people; they are also disappointed. I have seen all these things; they're disappointed. Look clearly into the whole world. As all the people in this world, right from top to bottom, have they been able to create exactly the way they want things to be? No, they are also disappointed. Bhagwan Nityananda, while leaving his body, was disappointed. He said, "What I wanted to give, people didn't take." That's an example there. He wanted people to take it. People didn't take it. Shirdi Sai Baba also said that. Jiddu said it. I put that video right. 70 years I spoke. Nobody understood. What does it mean? What does it mean? See, everybody is doing to create something. Purposeless, anybody will do anything. Jiddu is also speaking so that people should understand. But in the end, he says nobody understood. So many gurus also have withdrawn from their work. They get like, nobody understands. Damn it. So if everybody is able to create everything, there should be no disappointment. Are you getting it? Investigate these things. And this again, I'm talking disclaimer only to seekers who are going to question this because there, ye sab nahi chalega golmaal. There, you'll have to question all these things. Only then you can submit. Humbleness तभी आएगा. मेरी औकात नहीं है, मेरी ये नहीं है. I cannot go into all these things. There is something that is handling, and let that handle. And when you say that let that handle, life becomes very peaceful. People don't realize that because they have never gone to that zone. The submission to divine will, teri raza mein meri raza, divine will over free will. These are all conflicting. That's so those days I told, if you're coming to me with one teacher, I am the creator of my own destiny, then the same guru who taught you I am the creator of my own destiny says, teri raja mein meri raja. What does that mean? जो शिव आज्ञा, जो शिव आज्ञा and this मेरी आज्ञा है. I am the creator means मेरी आज्ञा. शिव आज्ञा means उसकी, he is the creator. How is this conflicting? Please understand, it is a progressive journey. In the start, it begins with all this, but at a point, you'll understand. Because I remember my guru telling this very clearly, ये सब करो, एक दिन ये आपको पता चलेगा, वन डे यू विल कम टू नो, जिस विधि राखे उस विधि रहे, जो शिवाज्ञा तेरी रजा में मेरी रजा, दैट स्टेट विल कम, ही सेड. यू लुक एट द गुरु, ही इज इन दैट स्टेट नाउ. क्या समझने को दिक्कत है इन सब चीजों में? देयर इज अ टाइम दैट विल कम. What is this brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa? By the time you come to sannyasa, there is no doership. Then only vairagya, then only you can give up. Otherwise, you will be still doing only a lot of things. By the time vanaprastha, you are coming there, you are moving to sannyasa, means completely you have dissolved. The doer, the I wanting to do this, I wanting to do that, my projects, my roles, my dreams, my vision. Look at the guru, you'll come to know. The thing is gone, it's established now. Withdrawn into that play. That's how all the gurus, when the time comes, they withdraw. Nityananda withdrew in his last days. Ramana withdrew in his last days. They all withdraw. You have to withdraw. Osho withdrew in his last few days. They know we are all limited beings. Your avatars stopped it. When the time comes, they also withdraw. What is the big difference in understanding that we also are that way? So what are we getting in all this whole thing? Everything is temporary. It comes is a certain role to play. We are all participant in this whole play of consciousness. You do your role, what has been assigned. Utna karo. Have no attachment to the outcomes of it. What will happen, how it will happen, and all that. Whatever is given, do your entire thing. That be free and move away. That's the whole thing about. So that to be free is this zone. When you come to Pashyanti level. सो यू ट्रांसेंड वैखारी मध्यमा पश्यंती. तो यहाँ भाषण नहीं, यहाँ पे टॉक्स नहीं, यहाँ पे कर्मकांड नहीं, पूजा, actions, seva, and chanting, and sankirtans, and bhajan singings, and all those things, and sadhana, everything goes. There is no sadhana to do that. I explained this yesterday. When you come to that zone, even your knowledge goes. All your teachings go floating. I learned this teaching, I learned everything you have to drop. Now nothing will work there in that zone. Those teachings and all trainings and philosophies and scriptures, ये सब पहले के इसके लिए हैं. Scriptures and all. Beyond that, even the scriptures have to be thrown. The intellect has to be thrown. Vivek has to be thrown. Vivek also will take you only to a certain stage, your awareness. Beyond that, your Vivek also has to be, intellect doesn't work. Where the soulfulness comes, there even the intellect doesn't work. It is beyond the intellect. Right now, we are in this process using the intellect. First, we use the body, then we use the prana, then we use the mind, then we use the intellect. And then you drop everything. See the whole process. When you are in the body, you need the body. When you are on the prana level, you don't actually need the body. When you are in the mind, you don't need the body at all. You can be a mental person. Your body is not needed there. You go to the viveka, mind is not needed. Body is not needed. Your awareness is that way. And when you go beyond the viveka, viveka is not needed. Anything below that is not needed. Samadhi state, where is their hosh? Where is their mind? Where is their prana? Where is their awareness of breath? Where is their body? They might exist, but you don't have any awareness of it. You've gone that way. That is how this whole consciousness refines, and finally evaporates. It evaporates on its own. So, bhava, emotions, like what did I say? Nada, beyond the mind is that emotions. Then you go beyond the mind. You're not chanting anything loud. It is no more in the mind also. Through bhava, you're doing everything. Yesterday we did that, right? Through bhava, it's all experiencing grace, experiencing gratitude. It's experiencing, not, I told, don't use words also. Is just the feeling of gratitude. That is at that level. Now, after that, even those have to go. Even emotions go. Bhava also go. That is called Bhavatitam, Triguna Rahitam. Three gunas. You go beyond three gunas, you go beyond the Bhava. Bhavatitam. You have to become Nirbhava, like Shiva is telling. Only the sadhak who penetrates with the arrow of Shunya Bhava from Patal Loka to Shakti can reach me. What is the Shunya Bhava? That only. No bhav given to any of these elements, right from Shakti till Patal Loka. No, nothing. You just are not aware, interested. No bhava means no affliction, no affection, no feeling also, feelingless. Absolutely neutral to everything. Then you go into that state which is beyond even the intellect. Bhava teetham Triguna Rahitam. Sadgurum tam namami. See, that is the expression in that Guru Stuti. You are looking at Guru, you are Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam. Triguna Rahit hoa. You don't have the three gunas. You are beyond the bhavas. I bow to you, Sadguru. That's the right attitude of Guru worship. ये कहाँ बॉडी से तो उठे नहीं, बॉडी फोटो वोटो ये इसी में फंसे हुए. And what are we talking? We are telling, oh Guru, you are not that body, you are not that photo, you are not that paduka, you are not that colorful dress, you are not that smiling face. You are bhavatitam. You are beyond all these bhavas that you are demonstrating. You are not that. You are the Chaitanya, beyond all the bhavas, beyond all the three gunas. I worship that consciousness. Sadgurum tam namami. Only when you worship that, you will become that. Otherwise, you will not. You will become the body otherwise. बॉडी पूजा करते रहो, बॉडी को देखते रहो, बॉडी कॉन्शियसनेस रहेगा तुम्हारे अंदर, तुम्हारा बॉडी नहीं जाएगा. You go bhavatitam, then you will rise from here. You look at the guru or the avatars, whomever you're looking at that level, pashanti level, and have nirbhava to any other aspects. No affliction to anything at all. Just that and only that. Then you will become that. That is what Ramana is telling. Why don't you simply say, I am thou and become that and finish the whole game? Instead of going and saying that you are my wealth, you are my health, you are my body, you are my head, you are my hand. It's all good. Basic level, it's good. But Ramana is not that level. Ramana is operating on Pashyanti level. That's why he's saying that. And from that zone only, he's telling God, Guru, and you, the self, are one. You have to become that. And here, our slavery does not allow us to become that. Can a slave say, I am that? I am you, Guru? You can never. You'll keep distance. Everybody will keep distance because you are so inferior. And your mantra is that only. I'm here. I'm worthless. I am a sinner. And you expect moksha. How is that possible? So let us understand this whole science. I'll put this on YouTube so that everybody, it's a clear understanding of this whole journey. Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, and Paravani. Paravani is pure spirit. It's pure uh, silence. The language of silence happens. So there is a Guru Tattva that is there. Bhava Titam Triguna Rahitam. Who's that? That is Dakshinamurti. Guru is Dakshinamurti Swarup. Dakshinamurti is just the form, Guru Tattva of Shiva. Shiva's aspect. The aspect of Shiva that teaches us is known as Dakshinamurti. And that purest aspect of Shiva that teaches us, teaches through silence, Paravani. If you don't get that Paravani, then it drops down to one more level, Madhyama, Pashyanti. If you still don't get it there, then it comes to thought level, Madhyama. If you still don't get it, then Vaikhari. Then a Guru will come and sit in front of you. Then you begin your pujas, Vaikhari level. It depends on what Guru you get, depending on your state of consciousness. Ramana did not get a guru. It does not mean the debate about should you have a guru. It's not about that. It is where your consciousness is. He had gurus in his previous lifetime. Now he's in that state, Pashyanti level. So he had no guru. So if you train yourself and come to Pashyanti level and you conquer and you don't make it in this lifetime, next lifetime you don't need anything. Right from childhood you'll begin independent. You'll that kind of cosmic intelligence, your destiny will be created in that manner. That is how this whole thing works. So if the journey is more and you have come down and you have got a Vaikhari level understanding of Guru Tattva, good. But that is not to keep you there only in Vaikhari. There is a zone, you have to transcend it. And that is what the knowledge is given by the Guru. Guru Tattva is giving that knowledge that you raise to that level. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And come to that Paravani level. Paravani is simply a knowing. There's no communication there. Till thought level, you can say a vibration feeling level, there is Dvaita. But in Paravani, it is just the knowing. There is no receiving there because there is no giver, there is no taker. The Guru and Shishya has become one. Are you getting it? It is one. There is no transmitter there. So when you are one with that, you know. Like if I'm sitting and somebody else is sitting and our koshas are matching. If both the Manomaya kosha comes together, it happens, but you have to be aware. If you're aware, I might feel I am aware of my mind, but my mind is already merged in somebody else's mind, for example. So when I become aware of my mind, I am reading the thoughts of somebody else because that both are merged there. They are merged together. So I'm actually feeling that I'm reading my thought, but technically I'm reading somebody else's thought. That's the science of telepathy. So there is no transmission there. There is no give and take. There is no going and peeping here and there. It is just become one. That is how the Guru and Shishya's consciousness, when it is one, it is. And where is the Guru? Guru is in Paravani. Bhava, teetham, Triguna Rahitam. He is connected, the three entities. The Guru is connected to Paravani. So he is one with Paravani. The Shishya, when he corrects to this Guru, Guru is already in Paravani. So they all three are one. Getting it? God, Guru, Self. Okay. I think today we went a little long. Subject was interesting. It was deeper. You get clarity. You get clarity. So this is your yatra. This is your journey. What we are here about. So there is nothing to get scared of. There is nothing to feel confused, and you understand these things. So I'll put it on YouTube so that you can refer to it anytime, or you can give it to somebody who's confused in this manner. They'll understand. Then the fear will go. Fear comes when there is no clarity. When clarity is there, you'll understand all these things. And every Guru Tattva wants to you to know this. Okay. Any questions or anything? You can just shoot and fine. Okay, then we'll end today's session with a small prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudayachati Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed. May we all evolve. May we all be free. Avadhuta Chintana Shri Gurudev. Stay blessed. Bye.